stress you out?
No,
You don't get
actually, no.
That's cool.
I've actually never been in front of cameras like this before.
Oh,
Have you?
yeah.
Oh. Do they stress you out?
Not really.
Okay.
I feel like I used to.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just hard to be like 100% natural.
in front of it.
But like,
I'll
I
do
don't
my
know.
best to.
Gotten a little bit better.
I'll do my best
Got
to
it.
keep you at ease then.
Do you want to give a little bit more background on your guest, maybe?
Sure. All right, give me a little bit of intro music there. Good morning and welcome to Morning Sets. My name is Chris Cooch. With me today is Mr. Ben Larsen of the Ben Larsen Band and the Ben Larsen Solo Experience. And formerly of Giraffe Dodgers and Renegade String Band. Ben has been part of the Portland music scene for 8-10 years now, as long as I've been doing it,
10
almost.
Good morning.
This is Morning Sets. We're going to learn a song, we're going to talk about some stuff, we're going to eat some breakfast. What's for breakfast, Daniel?
Whatever I don't burn.
Okay, so hopefully some unburned food.
No promises.
We're going to play a song, Kerosene, which came out on the album Headwaters from World's Finest in like 2013. Why did you pick this song?
I picked this song?
Yeah, you asked me. I asked you if what song you would like to play of mine, and then you said this one.
Because it's the only song. No.
It's the only one I know.
It's the only one I know that you've written.
This is a song I wrote when I could see the end coming, and I was, I find that I have stressful times, and then it comes in waves where I'm like, oh, everything's going wrong, and then like 2 weeks later I'll be like, everything's going so good, and then it's kind of the waves that I write as a musician, I think.
I think
like,
you might be the only human that experiences this.
I think
phenomenon.
it's based on like how much I'm working or like what I see going on around me as far as like what the music is. That kind of determines my mood these days. It
Yeah.
has for a minute. Does you find the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like life is a constant roller coaster, but I feel like there are ways to have a more straightaway track. At least I like to believe there are.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot of work, but I think it doesn't always have to be so up and down. I think it all comes down to perspective.
That's true. It's hard to change that when everybody's like, oh, you just got to look at it differently when you're feeling low, and you're like, don't tell me that right now.
Totally.
Just tell me.
Well, it's also hard with like the world that we're living in right now. I mean, it's like it's crazy.
It feels overwhelming.
It's crazy out there.
Right? I actually have been saying this at the end of every show, like before encores. I come back and I'm like, it is a crazy world out there, and it feels like everything's out of control. But like what you can control is how you treat people.
That's very true.
And that's nobody else's responsibility but yours.
What you can also control is how you treat yourself, which I think is what a lot of people forget, is that like everybody focuses on how to treat, other people and how to be a good person, but then we're like so terrible to ourselves.
Yeah.
And
right,
I
everybody's
think
their own harshest critic, I think.
Yeah, we're all, especially in the artistic world, we're all so hard on ourselves. We're like, we write a song and then like one day we're like, oh, that song's pretty good, and then for the next like 7 days we're like, oh, that's
garbage.
Terrible. You're terrible. What
then
are
you get
doing?
back to it, you're like, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
actually,
and then you
after all.
finally come back around. And
Where do you find that you do the majority of your writing as far as headspace? Like, do you do it? For me, I find like if things are going well, I have a hard time writing about things going well. It's almost easier for me to be like, oh, okay, like I'm working through this issue. I'm going to talk about it, and then I can put it away, lock it away in that song, and then access those feelings later.
That I can relate to that for sure. I feel like I haven't been writing a ton in the sort of recent. Last year was a kind of interesting year in sort of the life realm.
Right.
I put a record out a year ago.
Yeah, I love that record, actually.
Thank you.
The Ben Larsen Band. There's just Ben Larsen on that. Just Ben Larsen. Yeah.
But it's with sort of some of the members that became the Ben Larsen Band. So I put that record out in the end of 2017, and then 2018 was kind of a whirlwind of a year personally, and I don't know. I wrote a handful of songs. We're working on a new EP now.
That's cool.
6 songs. So some of that is from sort of the years writing, but I don't know. I find when I'm in nature, I can write. I feel like the creativity streams a little bit better. The most productive writing stint that I've had in my life was like a 2-month period where I just committed to getting up and writing a song like every day, and just like didn't necessarily like write a complete song every day, but like I sat down and forced myself to write. Yeah. And there was so much crap that came out of that period, but there was also like 4 or 5 songs that I still play today that I like, you know, and I find just like, you know, I think that we sort of think that creativity comes from this like divine inspiring thing that like dawns on you and you write this great song.
You kind of have to work for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that does happen.
It does,
it's not to say that like that thing doesn't like hit you over the head and you're like, oh, here's a song that came out of nowhere. And that's like such a gift, and it's such an amazing thing that happens. But I find like, I don't know, 90% of the rest of it is just work. It's just sitting down and being like, how do I make a melody and some words sound good over these chords, and then like finishing the song, and then saying like,
the song.
All right,
that's the main
probably
thing
not going to ever play this song, but playing it enough that you like can play it. You know, like you remember it, you commit it to memory, and it is what it is.
I think I have like 4 songs that are unfinished in my notebook at all times, and then I'll finish one and start a new one, and then I'll just go back to it. I think I really like that analogy, but like the same thing goes with people say, oh, luck, you're so lucky, or you know, you got a big break or something. But like the truth is, you have to work your ass off for like when that moment arises that you can crush it. And so there's a lot of work that goes into even that moment of like, oh shit, that's a great idea. Like there's still work that has to be done through it, and it's just through being diligent on your practice and waking up in the mornings and like writing a song instead of like jumping on your computer.
Yeah, which is tough.
It is.
But it, you know, it's really easy to turn your phone on when you wake up and look at and I think it's such a, I don't know. I think the more that like I can avoid doing that, the happier and healthier and more creative I am, because you know, you go into this sleep mode where you're like getting this like sensory input in your dreams from like this whole other state of consciousness, and then you like wake up and you can either like sort of ride that a little bit, or you can turn on your phone and be reminded of like all that you aren't, and all that the world is, and all that like all of your insecurities that are just like being barked at you from this little screen.
Yeah, no.
And if you
I
don't,
hate it so much.
But if you don't do that when you wake up, then you have this like window where you're like, you kind of remember, or you can, if you like, I don't know. I feel like when we sleep, like we sort of become like the people that we, or the like the being that we were before like whatever happened to us in the world, you know. And then like, I don't know, I think maybe we can wake up and like retain that energy a little bit. I hope. I mean, I try to, but I also wake up and stare at my phone.
I've been charging my phone out here, and not in my bedroom.
You know, they whoever they are, it's there's been a lot of studies that like sleeping with your phone on is like pretty bad for your brain.
Well, let's not do that.
I put my phone on airplane mode.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Always, if I need it on. Yeah. But I generally try to turn it off.
But you can still wake up in the morning and just grab it. This forces me to like get up out of my room and then come out here and like start the day rather than doing that.
Well, I currently live in a very small space.
Yeah, that's true. You're in the van.
I am for now.
Yeah, you just went on. How long was your run?
It's about a month long.
You went on a month-long run to San Diego and
Solo
back.
tour, yeah.
Tomorrow
great.
you play the Crystal Ballroom to
Yeah.
finish it up.
Yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty excited to play that stage. It's gonna be fun.
All right, should we get after this song? We'll
love
do a
to.
little practice on it, and then we'll do a full, good version of it when we're done. Yeah. Your collar looks great.
It felt like it may have been a little.
What's on your
crumpled.
chain? What's on your chain here? What do you got?
It's just a chain.
Yeah, it's just a chain.
No, but
I'll see it later. Morning sets. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Ready? I'm coming round your door. I'm coming round for more. I can finally see you were like matches to kerosene. It's been so many miles. Did not expect this for a while. Expectations are just dreams that might burn like kerosene. I'm a dude, I gotta do. I'ma find what's not in the air and I'll put it there. And all that is not me, I let it burn like kerosene. I was broken when I fell, exposed my delicate shell. The fire, the seam like flame, the kerosene. Like a shattered work of art, I'll piece together this old heart. But however it may gleam, it still burn like kerosene. I'm a dude, I gotta do. I'ma find what's not in the air and I'll put it there. And all that is not me, I'll let it burn like kerosene. if I could right some wrong, I'd write the perfect song. I'd sing for you and me. Love that burn like kerosene. Oh, it burn like kerosene. Love that burn like kerosene.
That's fine. I want it to work.
It might, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the table's not.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here with me.
It's a pleasure.
It's actually extremely good.
Actually, kind of proud of it.
Dropping the knife.
Kind of nailed it.
It's like so
Slurping
embarrassing.
it up. I was so pissed that he put that at the end.